Hello, I am back with another grant video. Grants is what we love to talk about. Why? Because it is money that we don't have to pay back. We don't have to give up ownership in our company to be able to get. And there's literally billions of dollars available in grant funds to support our businesses, our ventures, projects, whether you're a nonprofit, for profit, or you don't even have a business, you have an idea or you just have a project, there is really money out there for you. So what I'm going to do is focus on three. I always bring three unique grants for discussion and review. And then we have a grant tracker, which has a list of hundreds of up-to-date grants that you can go to review other grants that are available and go apply. So again, I'm focusing on three. The three are in the video description, as well as all the other resources and information that you can also find. So I welcome you all in. If you're new, as you're coming in, let us know who you are, where you're hailing from, and what your business is. We are ready to get started because just yesterday I helped a restaurant, get access to working capital that they needed for their business. And while I was helping them, they also asked me about assistance with a grant opportunity, I believe in Texas. The restaurant is based in Texas. They had went through the process to apply for this state grant. Okay. But they were declined, but the program opened again. So she was asking me for assistance with that grant. So if you are a business owner that are applying for a micro grant and need assistance outside of what we offer, and you actually want someone to fill out the grant application and walk step by step with you, then we do have a referral. So you can feel free to reach out to me at hello@shebosstalk.com. Just depending on what your grant needs are. If you're going after larger proposals, we have a referral for that. But for 90% of the grants that are out there, our cheat sheets, our masterclasses are there to help you do it yourself. And more grant writers they have stopped writing grants and they're now focusing on teaching us how to do it ourselves. Okay. But there are still grant writers out there for those more larger, more complex grants. But I'm here to tell you that most grants, most of the ones that, at least the ones that we talk about here, only take 30 minutes or less to complete. So you can just go get our cheat sheet for $47. It gives you all of the tips and tricks that I've used to get grants and that have helped thousands of other entrepreneurs and business owners get grants for themselves. Because for some people, this is still a new process. Not everybody understands about grants and how they work, but there's some really key things that you need to know in order to increase your chances of winning grant competitions when you're applying for them. So we teach you that. We have several free videos, so definitely check them out on YouTube or our Facebook page. Just go to our video section and you will see a ton of videos there. Or you can join us in our tribe, in She-Boss Tribe on Facebook, and get more hands-on mentorship related to grants and other business success activities. Okay. So what I'm going to do is start with this one. This is a grant for moms. So if you're a mom, if you are a mom, put mom in the comments. This is for those business owners that are mothers. Okay. So all the time we have unique grants that are coming out for certain demographics, different groups of business owners. So it's not always a one size fits all. It's not just one type of grant. There are so many different types of grant. That means no matter who you are, what type of business you have, there's a grant out there for you. There's a grant with your name on it. So I'm going to share my screen. So just give me a second to populate it so you can see it. And again, the links are in the show notes where the text is of this video, and you should be able to see it there. Okay. So did my screen freeze up? Hopefully you all can see my screen. This is called the High Five Grant. So let me just make sure you can see it. Okay, there you go. So you should be able to see my screen there. It says the Moms Ladder International High Five Grants for Moms. Okay, so I already shared this with our community. So if you're not plugged in on Facebook, following us on Facebook, you definitely need to be following us there, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get more information like this and be one of the first ones to know when opportunities like this become available. So it's saying, welcome to the world's longest running business grant program for mom entrepreneurs. Since 2018, the Mom Ladder has helped mom business owners climb higher with a high five grant. Apply now through 11:59 p.m. PST time on September 30th. So you have until the end of this month to apply for this grant. And as always, I do not recommend that you wait to the last days in order to apply. Guaranteed, there's always people waiting to the last minute and then they miss out. They get stuck in the process or it closed and they miss their opportunities. Remember, opportunities have expiration dates. So they're not indefinite, okay? So we know that by what they said, explained that this is an annual grant, right? So this is not just a one-time grant. They've been doing this since 2018. So if you miss out on this one and you don't get this one, you know it's coming back around the same time next year. Continue to apply until you do get it. One thing that I want to point out, that I point out a lot, is that many of these grant programs is not just them. They are partnering together. They are partnering up to be able to provide these grant opportunities. So you see Lowe's, Clean Simple East, Walker Edison, NIFT, Albion, right? And some other ones that are on here that partner with them to be able to support mom entrepreneurs. What does that mean? That companies and organizations and individuals come together for a common goal. So they have obviously a common demographic that they want to support, and that is mom business owners. And so all of those organizations that are included, or companies, that is what their mission is. That's what they want to support. And so they come together with that common goal, put their money and their resources together, and now here we are. So how do you apply for this grant? This is a $5,000 grant. $5,000. So again, just think about what you can do with $5,000. Okay. Do you know that the average business only needs about $5,000 to grow their business? It's not where you may often think hundreds of millions of dollars. No, it is between $5,000 and $10,000 is what the majority of businesses need. So how do you apply? You're going to complete the official application. You see the big button right here. You're going to share your high five why, right, behind your business. You have to know your why. So if you haven't gotten in touch, we talk about this all the time. If you have not figured out what your why is, why you got in business, why you continue to stay in business, even though you encounter obstacles and challenges, what is your why? Because if you don't have a why, you will be in business and out of business so quick, it's not even funny. So you have to have a why, and you have to be able to communicate that why. So it's saying to please make sure to do these things. Do these things. That means what? Follow instructions, which is one of the top reasons people fail to win grants, is that they simply do not read and follow instructions as they are given. What are they asking? Write your why on your hand and get a picture. That's unique. I've never heard that before. You're going to write your why on your hand, okay, and take a picture. Our goal is to help you be confident and clear, okay? So they're helping you build your confidence and get clarity on why you are in business. Then you're going to post a picture on a public business Instagram account, Facebook page, or LinkedIn page. It must be a lasting post, not a story shared during the application window. Okay, so all this must take place during the application window. It cannot be a story. Why? Because stories disappear after 24 hours. And if you post it to a story and 24 hours has gone, they will not be able to see it. Then what? You have already forfeited. So you went through all of this for nothing, because they're not going to be able to see your post. So just make sure you're posting to a public. So check your account, make sure it's public. It's not private. It's not locked. It must be public. I keep telling you all, if you are in business, you need to have your accounts public. How else are they going to be able to see your posts? Okay. So Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn within the application window. Now, you're also, when you do that post, you're going to tag at the Mama Ladder, right, in your post. That is the grant host, and at Lowe's Home Improvement. This is the lead sponsor. So we can clear, so they can cheer you on. Also, that's the way that they know that you actually made the post, because they will actually go to the mentions and the hashtags to be able to see who posted, who did the post, and who followed the instructions. And the last bullet point says include the high five grant hashtag to share with your community of mom business owners. So they will click on the hashtag and be able to tell that you did your post, and they will be able to see that you mentioned them in your post. So why is this important? So if, say, for instance, you complete five, 3 of the 4 requests, then you again have forfeited. If you mention them and don't tag them, we've had many competitions where we do the same thing, and we've had people, they will mention and not use the hashtag, use a hashtag and not mention us. You have to complete all of the above, and literally, like, you could do this in 10 minutes. Is it worth 10 minutes of your time to win $5,000 for you and your business? Right? So you have to ask yourself there, and then you apply. We believe in mom business owners. We believe that they can do anything with go-getter ambition, a supportive community, and a high five. And you can see as we scroll down below, it's saying business funding for women. More than 11.9 million firms in the U.S. alone are owned by women, right? According to the National Association of Women Business Owners. Yet in 2021, only 2% of VC funds went to women-owned businesses. So they know that there's still a gap when it comes to giving access to capital to women business owners, and they want to help bridge that gap. So they're doing their part to be part of the change, and they're saying thanks to their generous sponsor, they're proud to support promising mom entrepreneurs. These grants are not venture capital and never need to be paid back. See it as a boost to help you grow. And they have awarded $32,000 to date. Okay. So again, they're thanking their sponsors. There's a $10,000 grand prize, and you get a $1,000 credit towards office furniture. That's amazing. A 1-hour strategy meeting with product marketing house. The first runner-up gets $5,000 with a $1,000 credit for office furniture and a 1-hour strategy session. Second runner-up gets $2,500 grant with a $1,000 credit and a 1-hour strategy session. And the 5 honorable mentions get a $1,000 grant and a $1,000 credit for office furniture. So if you are eligible, right, and how to know if you're eligible for this grant, you're a mom. So you need to be a mom, because it's exclusively for women caregivers with human children of all ages. If your children are adults, we say once a mom, always a mom. This grant also welcomes first-time expecting moms, stepmoms, and foster moms. You need to own at least 50% of a for-profit product or service-based business and are serious about growth. And they will know if you're serious about growth. They may ask you for some follow-up documentation to verify your business, because they don't want to give money to someone that is not actively working in their business and making money in their business. This is not a relief funds. This is growth funds. So they want to help someone that's making moves, that's making money, and to help you be able to grow. Then you need to be able to verify your earning business revenue in the past 12 months. So how do you do that? You're going to need your tax returns. You may need some financial statements outside of your tax returns. But that's what they want to verify, that what you've been earning in your business. They're not saying that there's any minimums or maximums. But there's too many people saying that they have a business and they're not working their business, okay? And you know the why behind your business and are willing to share it with the world and see the high five grant examples. So they're giving you examples of the posting, and they're also giving you the timeline. So you're going to apply through the 30th of September. Okay. And you're going to plan 30 to 60 minutes to complete your application. That's what they're saying. So, but really, it may take less than that. If you don't have your business organized, it may take about 30 to 60 minutes. Okay. Judging is in October. So it's a really quick turnaround. Every application will be reviewed. A judging panel was a panel of successful entrepreneurs will support mom-funded businesses to narrow down the entries from around the world to 8 promising finalists. Voting October 20th, 8 finalists will be announced featuring their business story. Then you can vote. So there's going to be a voting point. So when you apply and you get to this level, you do want to promote and ask people to vote for you. People do it all the time. Then they can vote and hear from your favorite mom business owners. 1 vote is allowed per device. And then high fives on October 28th, grand prize winner is announced. Every Mom Build brand finalist will receive a grant check to grow their business. So again, you can go to the website to learn more. Check out the video that is on the page as well. And there's more information below. And I always recommend when you come onto the website of the grant, don't just start applying immediately. Scroll down, review maybe a couple times from top to bottom, left to right. Make sure you have read and you understand everything. If there's FAQs, if there's a video, if there's past winners, all of these things you can use to help you craft a more compelling grant submission. Okay. And then you want to check out their story. Okay. Check out their story, learn more about them and their partners and the other opportunities that may be available through their organization and their partners. Don't overlook that. Maybe if you don't qualify for this one, there may be other opportunities that you may qualify for now or in the future. So don't, again, get discouraged if one opportunity becomes available and you don't qualify for it or you're not ready for it. The point is to get ready and look for what other opportunities are available. So again, the top prize is $10,000. And there's several grants that are being given out for the high five grant for mom business owners. So if you're a mom and you meet the eligibility requirements, I would highly encourage you to submit your application. Okay. So again, if you have not shared, tag a mom. If you know a mom that's a business owner, that's an entrepreneur, tag them in this video. I mean, we get so many messages all the time. New people just hearing about, oh, I didn't even know grants existed. Oh, I thought grants were done. I mean, not that COVID is done, but they thought maybe they disappeared after all the COVID relief. No, there are more and more grants that have come online and they will continue to do so. But if we don't share the knowledge then to other people that really need it in their business, they will never know and never be able to apply. So that is making a big impact to share. So we can continue sharing like we did at the height of COVID, then more of us will have access to these opportunities. So again, that's the one for mom entrepreneurs. Now, I'm going to share one, and this one is for veterans. I cannot tell you how many grant opportunities and other opportunities are available for veterans. And so many times veterans don't even know the opportunities that are available to them. They don't know that they have a whole agency dedicated to supporting them in their entrepreneurial dreams that will give them money. And so more and more opportunities are becoming available. So I'm going to share this one. This one is from FedEx, and I mentioned so many grants from FedEx. FedEx, I mean, it's hard to count, but I think FedEx has come out with like 10 different grants over the last 4 years, almost 4 years since COVID. Like they already had their like big grant that they have every year, but they have continually rolled out more and more grant opportunities and are partnering other people or organizations and companies to be able to do it and provide it for you. Now, this one is through the Hello Alice platform. So what I did is what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to sign up, or if you're not already signed up for Hello Alice, which is one of the largest platforms for entrepreneurs. They have several partners and they put out several grant opportunities through their platform. this is a great opportunity for you to get mentorship, be able to network, get access to resources that are going to help you in your business. Like I said, there's really no excuse because there's so much free information out here. It's just really what you do with it. And being on a platform where you can connect with other people, it's a matter of connecting with people and building those relationships. So I'm going to show you that grant right now. This is, here we go. So it may have me sign into again. So let me do that. Let me see if it's going to. So I'm logging in so you can see what it looks like once you're in your account. So this is Hello Alice. Let me just make sure it's showing on the screen. Yes, it's showing on the screen. Okay, Hello Alice. So what I do is if I want to see what grants, this is my account, right? And I have all this access to information, program solutions, resources. And I click on funding here and I scroll down there. So there's many funding options, but it says grants here, discover small business grants, view my grant opportunities. So when you log in, you click on view your grant opportunities, it will show you a list of grants that are available for you to apply for. It will have those that are available, those that you saved. If you want to save it for later, you want to make sure that you follow up on it, and those that you have submitted. So you can follow up to see your status on those that you have submitted. So you can see that this top one, this is brand new. Brand new. The deadline is October the 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to apply for the FedEx Entrepreneur Fund. So I'm going to click on this so you can see what it looks like. Okay, for 2023, start your application by creating an account, right? This program aims to support military-connected entrepreneurs and or entrepreneurs with disabilities. So we know many that are veterans and we know many that are disabled. So again, if you are in the military, right? If you're a military or have been in the military or a veteran, let us know in the comment. Put a 1 in the comment. If you're a disabled entrepreneur, put a 2 in the comment. And I say this because we've had veterans reach out to us. We've had disabled entrepreneurs reach out to us about grant opportunities specific to them. And more, there are veteran specific. You may see veteran disabled, and you may see disabled. So this disabled doesn't mean that you're veteran disabled. You could have any type of disability and apply. It says military connected entrepreneurs and or. So that's why it's important to read, because somebody might read this and say, oh, it's only for military disabled that has a disability connected with military service, and that's not correct. So then you will overlook this grant and miss out on this opportunity. We don't want you to do that. So you see the big button here that says that you can apply now. This is another $10,000 grant. So it's saying that in partnership with Hello Alice and the Global Entrepreneurship Network, FedEx, see partnership. We need to learn how to do this among ourselves as entrepreneurs and small business owners. We could get a lot more accomplished. But FedEx has launched the second round. So this is what? Second round? So most likely there's going to be a third round. So you have to pay attention to the cycles of these grants when they're rolling out. Okay. So this is their second round of this fund to support entrepreneurs in the United States by providing them with $300,000 in grants. So that's going to cover a lot of people. So sometimes people are discouraged. Oh, there's only one grant for one person. I shouldn't apply. This is a large pot of money. So if you qualify, if you're eligible, I would highly recommend that you apply. This is $300,000 in grants and educational resources. The program is designed to offer entrepreneurs necessary funding, resources, and network to enhance success. They're not just giving you money. They know what it takes for entrepreneurs to be successful, and they want to give you all of those things so that you succeed. Not that you get the money and you're not a good steward over the money, then you go waste it, and you have not used it to grow your business. So they're going to equip you with resources and a network to help support you. Through the FedEx Entrepreneur Fund, 30 $10,000 grants will be awarded to entrepreneurs who have connected to the military or entrepreneurs with disabilities. To be eligible, a business must be majority 51% owned and operated by entrepreneurs with disabilities or military connected entrepreneurs, military family members, military spouses, active duty, or veterans. So if you or someone you know, if it's in any of those categories, again, 51% owned, operated by entrepreneurs with disabilities or military connected entrepreneurs, military family members. So are you a military family member? Are you a military spouse? Are you active duty or a veteran? You would be eligible for this grant. Applications are open now through October the 6th at 6 p.m. Mark that date on your calendar, your alarm, so you don't miss it. And they also are giving you access to the FAQs. Highly recommend you read through all of the FAQs, because most of the times your question has already been asked before and the answer is already there. And then you can read the terms and conditions, which are also hyperlinked below. So again, this is the FedEx Entrepreneur Fund in partnership with Hello Alice and the Global Entrepreneurship Network. They're going to be giving out $10,000 grants to military and or disabled entrepreneurs. If that is you, let me know if you plan on applying. Get your applications in. Again, do not wait to the deadline. Let me say that again. Do not wait to the deadline. That's another thing. People wait to the deadline, then they miss out, or they're rushing through the process and they submit a lackluster application. Why do that? If you're going to put an application, put in the best application you can. Take your time to do it. Don't feel like you have to rush through the process. You basically have 1 month. So if you take like a week and say, okay, let me make sure I really understand, maybe sure I understand all of the questions, right? Answer the questions, use a Word document so that you can kind of track, not only make sure the writing is grammatically correct, but you can check that the character limits, because oftentimes the questions in the applications have character limits that you must adhere to, and you can track those in a Word document. That it's all correct, and then you copy and paste it into the actual application and then submit it before the date. So I'm seeing a whole bunch of moms. Shout out to all the moms out there. Tanya, Big Steak, Veronica, Cheryl. Yeah, I see you all out there. Jacqueline, Crypto. Yeah, I see you. So shout out to you all. Shout out to all the moms. Shout out to all the military and those, again, that are disabled business owners. So the next one that I'm going to talk about, the third and last one on the national grant level, then I'm going to give an update on the employee retention tax credit, child care grants, and then I'm going to close it out. So this next one is like a big one. This is a $200,000 grant that I'm going to share with you. Like I said, there's all types of grants and they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. And so there's so many types of grants, and I thought that this was a great one to be able to share with you all. Okay, so let me make sure that it is displaying on the screen. Let me close out these other ones that I've already walked through. Okay, so this is Charity Entrepreneurship. So they have an incubation program. Again, once you come on the website, check out the organization, read up on them, all the things that they're doing. A lot of times I'm sharing one program. They may have other programs. They may have programs coming up in the future that they're sharing on their website and their other marketing materials. So this is the incubation program. This is to start a high impact charity with our evidence-based ideas, expert training, and funding up to $200,000. Now, applications are open. The deadline, I believe, for this is tomorrow. So you don't have a lot of time for this one. The deadline is tomorrow. And most likely this will be back again next year. So again, mark your calendar if you don't think you have the capacity to complete it by tomorrow. Okay. So, but the applications are open. The program starts, it runs from February 5th through March 31st of 2024. So you'll see a lot of programs like that. The application is this year, and the program actually is opening in the following year. So again, the deadline is saying in September 23, but I believe it's tomorrow. right? So just make sure you get your application in, and then you have an application button there. So it says that this charity entrepreneurship program is a 2-month cost covering training that gives a small cohort of talented people from all over the world. So this is not limited to the United States, all over the world. Everything they need to launch a field leading charity. So the necessary training, co-founder matching, a well collaborated community, collaborative community, and evidence-based and cost-effective intervention idea, seed funding to get started. So this is an amazing program. It's saying since 2018, they have assisted 50 plus individuals from a wide range of backgrounds in launching 27 high impact charities. Several are now tracking to become field leaders, surpassing the cost effectiveness of most impactful interventions in the areas of global health and development, animal welfare, and family planning, as evaluated by respected organizations such as Founder Pledge, GiveWell, and Rethink Priorities. Anytime they're mentioning other organizations, you want to check out those organizations. Join them by applying for the next incubator. So get ready to start your charity. So who is this for? If you are looking to start a charity, there's so many of my peers that have nonprofits or have started foundations and charities and the like. If that is you, they're going to help you do it, and they're going to help fund it. So I'm going through some of the information, but you definitely want to go read through all the information again from top to bottom and see if there's something that you want to pursue. Okay. In 42 applied partner projects, video lectures, and discussion groups, the incubation program teaches you everything that you need to know to launch a field leading charity. You'll learn while creating the building blocks for your own charity from a review of evidence-based and its 1-year plan and budget. So you'll be learning evaluation skills, theory of change, M&E, cost effectiveness, science evidence review. You'll be learning leadership skills such as strategic planning, prioritization, task management, and productivity, pitching, and fundraising. You'll be learning about operation skills, operations including financial planning, legal setup, and HR, hands-on skills, including working with stakeholders, pilot program design, and insights from our top charities. This is great because far too often, many of my peers, they start nonprofits without understanding what it really goes into starting a nonprofit. Oh, I started my nonprofit. I have a 501c3, but that is just the beginning. There's so much more to running a charitable organization. And again, they are going to help set your organization, your charity up for success, and they're going to fund it as well. Okay. Let's see what else they're saying. So you're going to choose from 5 to 6 high impact intervention areas that they're going to share with you. They prioritize cost effectiveness, convergent science evidence, and exceptional levels of expected impact. So they supply 80 hours of research and implementation reports so you can find the best fit during the program and then hit the ground running to turn intervention ideas into impactful organizations. You can learn more about their research. You can see more about their co-founder matching. So when we asked alumni what they found most valuable about the program, they mentioned their co-founder matching. So through the program, you'll collaborate with accomplished individuals from around the globe, while our team of experienced mentors assist you in selecting the ideal partner for your journey. So they're going to partner you up with another co-founder that is running a successful charity. And you get to watch a video on your own. You can see that. Again, it's telling you more about the funding that you can get up to $200,000 to launch your nonprofit at record speed. And at the end of the incubation program, founders pitch their charity. So you will pitch to our seed network. And since the first incubation program in 2019, over 80% of proposed charity interventions have received seed funding to kickstart their first year of operations. And these commitments are made within a week of graduating from the program. So this is not a long wait period. You go through the program and within a week, you have your funds to get started. This is what I call like an intensive and an incubator, where it's a short amount of time, it's very intense. So I would say if you want to go through this program, make sure you set out and dedicate time to this program. Make sure you are serious and committed, because I've been through several programs such as this, and it requires a time commitment. It requires assignments and homework and working with teams and things like that. So you definitely need to make sure you have the capacity to do so. Okay. And then they have more information. I'll allow you to read that on your own. But again, this is the application. Is giving you more information on the organization and asking you, who should apply, right? Is giving you more information on that. Is sharing you testimonials as well. So I'll let you all read through that on your own. But again, this is charity entrepreneurship. If you're looking to start a charity, this is it. This is your opportunity to not only get the help to expedite it, to get you up and running really quickly, but they're going to fund your first year of operations up to $200,000. That is amazing. $200,000. I mean, so even if they give you 50,000, that's a lot. 100,000 or even 25,000, that's a lot of money to help you get up and started. Depending on what your charity is, they're going to be working with you to know what makes sense for the amount of money to give you for that particular charity. Okay. So thank you for those that are joining in. I see you all out there. Thank you so much. Again, if you have not already are subscribed or following, be sure to do that. Tag a person in this video who you think can benefit from any one of these grants. We all know someone that's trying to start a nonprofit. We all know a mom. There's a mom in our life that needs financial support for their business to help their business grow. Okay. And most of us know a veteran or someone in the military, right? We thank them for our services, but you can do more than that. You can tag them or share this video, text them, email them, call them and say, hey, here is a grant opportunity that is a good fit for you to help you in your business. Again, there's nothing more rewarding than knowing that you've impacted someone's life by taking a small action like that. So these are the 3 grants that I just reviewed. For more, there's hundreds more grants for for-profits and nonprofits. You can subscribe to our grant list for that. I do want to give you an update on the employer retention tax credit. Okay, so for you, those of you that this is new to, or maybe you were misinformed of, or you heard something about it, but was like, I don't know if that's for me. Look, this is one of the last remaining federal COVID programs. Is one of the ones that gives out the most money, up to $26,000 per employee. Okay, but you have a deadline to claim your payroll tax credit. So this is for businesses impacted by COVID that had employees, W-2 employees. So this is not for those that have or 1099 contractors. If you had W-2 employees that is not you and not your family members are excluded if you're a majority owner, right? But any W-2 employees would be included in the count to up to $26,000 per employee. Now, the claim years are 2020 and 2021. 2020 is coming to a close. So you have until April 15th of 2024, that's around the corner, to claim your tax credit. And for 2021, to claim 2021, you only have until April 15th of 2025. That is drawing near. You don't want to miss out on these tax credits. Now, there are millions of small business owners that have yet to claim their tax credit. Like, we've helped people with their tax credit that decided they were going to forfeit. I don't know who would decide to do that would not claim money that they're entitled to. This is money you're entitled to, that the IRS owes you for what you went through to COVID. So they're basically giving you your money back with interest. Okay. So, but again, on top of that, the deadlines that you need to be mindful of, if you know companies that you patronize that have employees, share this video with them. Because still there's people that don't know. Every time somebody new applies, it's because they did not know, they were misinformed, or they thought it was a scam. Okay. And I'll talk about that in a second. Okay. But this is very important. There is no cap, meaning it's not like idle PPP where once they reached a certain amount, no one else can get it. As long as you claim it, you're eligible and you claim it by the deadlines, you will get your money that you are due. Like we just helped a company get over $100,000 in payroll tax credits. This is a check that the IRS is going to give to them. This is not just to reduce their payroll. This is they're getting this money to utilize unrestricted in their business, however they want to use it in their business. That's one of the best benefits of this program. Also, for those that are startup companies that generated less than $1 million in revenues between 2020 and 2021, can be eligible for this as well. A special startup recovery credit for those new businesses that started on or after February 15th of 2020. Why is this important? Because most of these new businesses did not qualify. You didn't qualify for PPP. You couldn't get idle, right? Because you had to be in business before the date, right? Or be able to prove that you had 2019 income, right? So this is super important for those new businesses. So if you patronize a restaurant, if you go to a medical center, if you go to a chiropractor, a dentist, if you have a childcare provider, a daycare, you go to a dealership to get your car, your purchases. If you go to a small business shop to get new tires or your oil change, all those businesses that have employees, those retail shops you patronize for clothes or for smell goods, those companies are most likely qualify for this credit. So I would encourage you to share this information. Just share it. We're here to educate and inform and equip them with the knowledge so they can make an educated decision on if they are going to apply. But I don't know any company that is not seeking funding. Why would you turn down funding? But what happens is people hear the IRS and they get scared for some reason. There's no reason to get scared about the IRS. You're paying them your taxes. You're sending your payrolls. Why not get the benefit, right? Unless you're doing shady business, then why would you be afraid to claim a tax credit that you're eligible for? That, to me, that makes no sense. But we know people that are oftentimes scared or nervous. And so we then talk to them, explain them, educate them so that they can make not a decision out of fear, but out of knowledge, that they are equipped with the knowledge that they need to say, okay, this is what it is. This is what I can use towards my business to help my business grow. Okay, so with that said, okay, there's much more information. I have tons of other videos, and I'll be doing more videos on this as time is coming to a close on to claim the 2020 credit. I will be doing a video, so you could probably expect an update next week on the employee retention tax credit. Here are two last things about the credit. Now, the IRS takes a while to once we file your claim, so that process is short. You get your information in, we work with you, we handheld a lot of business owners because it can be complicated. So we walk you hand by hand. We have a team of experts that help you with your claim, file your claim, and then you wait on the IRS. It could be up to 6 months or a year. And just look at it as a bonus money that is coming to you. So it could be 6 months, could be a year or sooner. We do know they slow down a little bit because there's a lot of fraud. So anytime these new programs roll out, expect that there will be fraud out there. That's why I think people are nervous. So you do want to be careful about what service providers you are working with. Make sure you're working with reputable providers and people that's not over promising you. right? So I know these programs seem to be too good to be true, but you can go to the IRS website, irs.gov, and see this program rolled out at the same time as PPP and EIDL. It is a real program, but people will throw in some misinformation and say it's a grant when it's a tax credit, right? Or they may charge you up front and then not process your information. So just be mindful of who you are working with, and you want to work with a reputable company like SheBoss Talk. We have helped business owners claim over $14 million in employee retention tax credits today, and it continues. We have not stopped, and we don't put a cap like other companies do on. They may put a cap if you have less than 5 employees, they won't help you. I don't care how many employees you have, because you only need to have one in order to file, right? And then based on your paperwork, then it's determined how much you qualify for. It could be that you qualify for 0. It could be that is offset by your PPP, because you can claim ERC and have gotten PPP, okay? But you do have to report your PPP, the PPP that you did receive. So these are all important things to know. Changes that have been made that maybe your accountant or your tax professional did not make you aware of, and you thought, oh, I didn't qualify for it, or someone processed your claim, or maybe they only processed 1 year and then processed another year. These are all different scenarios that we've experienced. Or they did not consider all the ways that you can qualify. They only consider revenue reduction when there are other ways that you can qualify for them. But because they did not evaluate that, then you qualify and you just don't know it. So it takes literally 10 minutes to see if you qualify. Again, and our team will help support you in that process. So be mindful of the fraud and the scams out there. Work with a reputable agency. And to let you know that reputable agencies are charging on the back end, okay? So we take the risk. It's a risk for us, and this is why. Because we go through all the work. My team works, and when I say handhold, we have handheld, been on Zoom calls for hours with people, right? Helping them through the process, business owners, okay? We do all of that upfront work without taking our fee. Our fee is on the back end. So what risk is that to us that you won't pay? So you're probably like, oh, so people get money back, and a lot of money, and then don't pay their fee? Yes. It is terrible. So fraud goes both ways. That is fraud. That is a scam. When you are getting money, you had a team of people helping you claim a credit that you could not otherwise get on your own because it was too complicated, right, for you to navigate. Otherwise, you would have given up on it. And we get you your money back. You have the money in hand. You have the IRS checks, and you don't pay us our fee. It has happened. So, and then you go to collections. Now that is a bad mark on your record. Like, who does that? But unfortunately, people do it. So scams do go both ways. There are small business owners that scam people. They only in it to get what they can get, and then they don't pay the money, the fees that they're supposed to pay. And it's not like they don't have it. They have the checks from the IRS. So the money is there. Okay. The other thing is that with this program, unlike PPP and EIDL, your monies that are due to you can be offset. That has nothing to do with our fee. You still owe us our fee. What does offset mean? It's like if you pay, if with any taxes, right, that people find when they file their taxes and you owe the government is going to take their part before they give you your taxes, right? So like if you owe $5,000, if you are due $5,000 in a refund, but you owe the government $5,000, they're going to take the $5,000. That's still a benefit. People still don't think that's a benefit. It's a benefit because you have reduced your liability. You have reduced your debt. Now you don't have any debt that you owe. So that frees up the monies that you do have to do what other things you need to do with it, right? So whether you get it in your hand or it's offsetting a debt that you created, is still a benefit. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people with thousands of dollars in outstanding payroll taxes. and other types of taxes, right? So if you can claim a credit and then get those taxes wiped out, that is a huge benefit. That's a huge weight off of your shoulders to say that all that money is now gone, right? So, it's just like I say, when other service providers are helping you, tax professionals, accountants, and the like, don't take them for granted. Don't treat them like that, right? We do a lot of work. We work hard for our customers, and we expect to be paid. And we wait to be paid. We wait till you get paid before we're paid. So when you get paid and you get rewarded and you're celebrating, I don't know how you can celebrate knowing that you didn't pay us for the hard work that we put in to help you get your money. Right? That's not good business. So don't do that. But we're not discouraged. We're going to continue to help people, and people are paying, right? Because they appreciate the fact that we help them get money for their business and what they're now able to do with that money. Okay. So these credits are out there. This is the, again, last remaining COVID payroll tax credit. Okay. That you can get, and it's up to $26,000 per employee. Okay. That you can get for your company as far as the payroll tax credit. The last thing is I want to circle back on childcare providers. If you are a childcare provider, you have a daycare, in-home, or brick and mortar, there was this childcare stabilization grant. So some have already expired, but some are coming to an expiration date. You definitely want to check with your state regarding the funds. I believe there was 49 billion allocated that went to all of the states for this child care stabilization grant. In addition to that, there are states that are rolling out more grants of their own, right? So they may be passing legislation to give additional credits. There's also child care block credits. And there's some states that are actually pulling back on funding for child care, right? So you want to be mindful of these opportunities. If there's still, COVID child care stabilization grant money available in your state, see how you can get access to it. If they have a block grant, that is still open, you want to, again, check if it's open. If you're eligible for it, then claim those grants that you are eligible for. Again, there are, from the federal government, is a COVID relief program. Some of the states still have them. They're running out. I know one of the states just mentioned that they're running out by the end of September. So that means for that state, you have until September to get your applications in so you can get some of that grant money, okay? And then outside of that, other grant monies that are available at your state level. So you want to check with your Jobs and Family Services department or agency in your state, okay? So that's the Child Care Stabilization Grant. And then just a reminder, that there are plenty of grants at your state level, whether state, county, local grant opportunities, whether it's through the government agencies or local business associations and centers. Reach out to them to see what grants are available, because again, we have them on our list as well. So they're on our grant tracker. So as many grants as we can find, we put on our grant tracker. And we can't even find them all. We have people that in our network that share with us, and we continue to add those to our list so that we can help you get access to them, because state grants are some of the overlooked grants that people don't apply for, because they just don't know that they exist, or that they don't make the attempt to apply for these grants that are out there. And I've given the stories so many times, is that the people that I've helped, they took our cheat sheet, they watched our videos, they went, picked up the phone, got on the phone with their state, got on the phone with their county, got on the phone with their city, say, hey, I'm a small business owner. I'm looking for grant funding. Is there any grant monies available? And oftentimes they said yes. And then they told them what to do. And they said if they hadn't watched our videos or if followed the instructions on our cheat sheet, they would not have been prepared to take advantage of the opportunity, and they would have lost out on the monies that were available. But they simply made the phone call. They would not have even picked up the phone had they not seen our video that said, oh, let me call my county. You'll be amazed at what programs they have available, not just grants, but other forms of capital as well. Venture capital, loans, microloans, lines of credit that are available, all kinds of funding opportunities that are available at your local level. And again, if you can't say you've exhausted our efforts if you have not ever made an attempt to go to the website, if you've not made an attempt to actually call them, they are there. If they're in Ohio and they're in other states of business owners that I know, they're in your state. You just have to know where to find them, and you have to seek it. And if you're going to find it, because nobody is advertising, there's no advertising campaign right now to say, here, these are opportunities available. That's why it's important to have a network. Get part of the network. Make sure that they know who you are as a business owner. The more they know who you are, the more you're going to be able to have access to these opportunities. Because guess what? They're going to be like, oh, I know Shantae Roddy. That's the founder of She Boss Talk. She's the one, that's at the meeting. She's the one that's on the phone, on our calls. She's the one that called us. She's the one that's doing this. And they will keep you plugged in. So then you have a contact that you can follow up with. That's the power of a network. There's so much money at the state levels for grants and grants or contracts for small business. It's crazy, but they're looking for us. They're looking for the small business. They're looking for women business. They're looking for a minority business. They're looking for veterans, but oftentimes they can't find us. So you got to get plugged in, get your businesses certified. Can't say that enough. If you haven't done it, get your business certified. There's another grant on our list that's actually giving you $5,000 to help you get your business certified. All of these types of grants, all of these programs are here to help you, but they can't help you if you don't apply. You can't win. You have no chance if you don't submit your applications. You have a 50% chance or more if you follow instructions and submit a completed application for any one of these programs. Right? There's accelerators, there's more incubators, there's pitch competitions. Find the one that's a good fit for you and go apply for those programs. Get the help that you need for your business. The stronger you become in your business, the more money you're going to be able to make, the more people you're going to be able to help, the more you're going to position yourself to get more, be able to access more capital for your business. And then you're going to be able to have the capital you need to increase your sales, to go and bid on contracts, to get 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure deals. So it's bigger than just getting grant money. It's getting positioned to get this and all the greater opportunities that come with it, where then we all become multimillionaires. That's really the goal, so that we can create a more of an impact. It takes money to do that. So that's why I do these videos, to equip you with the knowledge so that you can go take the action to make it happen on behalf of your own business. Okay. So I will see you back here on Tuesday, and I'm going to be walking through the top 5 ways to get student loan forgiveness. So top 5 ways. If you have not paid attention to my student loan posts, or student loan forgiveness posts or videos, I would highly recommend you get in tune. Just like these grants and how many people I've helped throughout COVID, I give you the information. I don't force anybody. I'm educating and informing. It's up to you to take the action. And there's so many forgiveness programs right now. And as entrepreneurs and business owners, to be able to say that we can get our student loans forgiven, that's no longer a debt we have to deal with. That frees up more money for our business. It frees up money for you to go buy a home and do other things that you need to do for yourself and your family. But there are timelines, there's deadlines, there's actions you need to take. And so I break those down in the description. I did a workshop, 2.5-hour workshop, where I broke down every single program. If you're in default, how to get out. If your wages are being garnished, how to get them get the garnishments removed, how to consolidate your loans, because most of you, if you want forgiveness, you will need to consolidate to Department of Ed loan, how to get forgiveness, whether it's income-driven forgiveness, defense claim forgiveness, if it's the PSLF of forgiveness or other forgiveness. There's several grant programs that you all don't even know about, don't know how to navigate. So I put together that workshop for you, and I'll be doing a series of videos over the upcoming months, because the deadline for the moratorium, it has ended. Payments are due at the 1st of October. Interest has already started to accumulate. So if you don't get in these programs and you want to just ignore, look, I can't be with those people that want to ignore the fact that they have a student loan. That means you know you have a problem that you're going to ignore when there's solutions out there that can save you. I don't have time for those type of people, and there's people like that that's out there. Okay, I'm only talking to the people that want to take action, that want to be debt free, that want more manageable way, a more manageable student loan payments, and that those payments are going to actually get you to forgiveness. So that's what the workshop is. Go check out my student loan videos, and I'll be back on Tuesday to share that. And on Thursday, I'll be back to talk about the employee retention tax credit. As always, continue to be the boss with amplified impact, and have a wonderful day.